So if you know me, which judging by the crowd, I think most of you do, you should understand why this is weird for me. Normally, I'm the one writing, I'm not presenting. And if you really know me, you'd know that I did improv comedy for years, so reading off a script just isn't natural for me. I've got to start from the beginning. I was born into a family of public servants, I grew up in Indy, college in Bloomington, and have been guided by a simply worded but ever elusive goal: make Indiana a better place. I'm guided by a love for the state that shaped me and my family. In pursuit of this goal, I worked on 3 campaigns during college summers. The first was in 2015 with then candidate Joe Huxon. It was a very exciting summer full of hope that we could flip the mayor's office blue for the first time in 8 years. We succeeded. So I graduated 2 years later, after 2 failed campaigns for Senate and governor. I figured that my best bet for beginning my career was with the guy that welcomed me to his team for my first role in politics. That landed me a job at the Mayor's Action Center. I want to thank Michael and Amanda for hiring me. I know Michael couldn't make it today because they're on a whole work from home thing as they do the HVAC. But he texted me that he wanted to be here. But I was bright-eyed and eager to put my newly obtained education to use. But wow, that job was much more of a learning experience for me than I had imagined. Now, I've worked as a basketball referee, a mover, and on countless campaigns. The hardest job I've ever worked was at the MAC. I have so much appreciation for their entire team because they keep our city operational. After 2 years of fielding about 100 calls a day, Casey hired me. I felt like I was Charlie entering Willy Wonka's factory, but instead of filling people with candy, we spent a lot of effort filling potholes with cold or hot asphalt.
Did they have to raise the desk for you?
Yeah, they had to put 2x4s under the desk because my knees. I was raising the bar, but just literally. So I got a front row seat to see who was coming into the office and overhear conversations that would shape the city. The walls are thin, but you guys are loud. It was honestly such a treat. I took on additional responsibilities, and Claire helped me develop my writing skills. One of my proudest professional moments over the 8 years with the city came during the COVID-19 pandemic. Contacts through our Right to the Mayor portal had increased from about 4 to 5 inquiries a day, which is super manageable for one person, to over 400 a day. And that was for weeks straight. And so it was a Herculean effort, but with the help of Claire, Lindsay, and our valiant team of interns, which is Jay, Razia, and Lily, we were able to ensure that each person that wrote in received answers to their questions. After about another 2 years at the front desk, I helped Joel and the M&A team. And while I appreciated the opportunity, I only stayed for a year because I was thrilled when I learned that the manager of constituent services role would open. Look, I'll admit it, I was eager to work a job where I wasn't taking flack. In fact, most of what I did was recognize people for events they were celebrating. Our team is basically the department of parties. It was also nice to have my first job where the only phone calls I received were from people that wanted to talk to me and were eager to celebrate a big moment for their community. So Casey hired me again. And to the awe or terror of my high school English teachers, I've served as a professional writer for the past 3.5 years. This has undoubtedly been my favorite position in the city. This entire time, I pursued that same goal to make Indiana a better place, and I've been guided by love. Now love is pulling me to our nation's capital to live with my partner more. And I'm beyond thrilled to begin that journey. Now that I've told my story, I'll offer some really brief reflections. Mentorship, it isn't easy, but it's the main thing that I wish I'd sought more when I began my career. I'd encourage older folks to consider how you can step up to build the next generation of public servants. And likewise, I'd ask younger people to have the confidence to make that ask. It may feel awkward at first, but mentorship will benefit you in ways you couldn't imagine. People. I'm so grateful for the people that I've come to work with every day. We have such wide-ranging experiences in this office and amazing brain power. The public servants you see in this room keep the city running, and nobody is doing this work to get rich. Sharing the space with each of you has been the privilege of a lifetime. Communication. I didn't study this in college, but now I work in it professionally. My work over the past years has shaped my thinking around communication and how critical it is to maintain morale, break news, and to just share our humanity with one another. I have so much more I could say. 8 years is a really long time. I gave all my 20s basically to the church. But if you can, feel free to join at the dugout later today for people, communication, and cheap drinks and yummy food.